Welcome back.
Welcome back. Look, is it snowing or raining? No,
There's some nasty shit out there.
Yeah.
So, Alyssa said
Sorry.
she saw a tractor trailer off of 15 go in and get stuck. Like, couldn't even see the wheels. It was one of those oversized loads, and it had a bulldozer on the back.
Oh,
yeah. So,
wow.
crazy. But
that's why they set up weigh stations.
Yeah. So, we're back. Week 14 is in the books. College football playoff is set.
Dude, I feel like we were just talking about week 0 of college, like sitting in this room talking about week 0. I was wearing shorts anyway.
I probably was too.
Talking about week 0, and here we are. College football playoff set. NFL playoffs starting to finally take shape here. Got a few teams that are already in. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy to think. But teams that we expected. I don't think there's anyone unexpected. So for the NFC, you got Detroit and Philly. We kind of assumed them. At least I did.
Yeah.
And then AFC, Buffalo and Kansas City.
Yeah.
So you knew Kansas City was going to win that division. You were pretty positive Buffalo was going to win. Miami had an outside shot. No shot, really. Like I said, my long shot is dead and gone in the win with Aaron Rodgers winning MVP. He might be the worst valuable player, the WVP of the league this year.
We'll have to go back and take a look at that stuff.
Yeah, I think. Well, so your defensive player of the year, I remember, was Myles Garrett. Right now,
that's not gonna happen.
Well, right now he's second in voting, according to everybody, according to all the reports.
Yeah.
And T.J. Watts, I think that he's finally going to get his nod,
unless he gets hurt.
Yeah, again, right?
Yeah,
but I think that one's overdue. I mean, front run MVP. We both looked at Mahomes. He's going to get some votes, but I think you still got to put Lamar at number 1 right now, just because his numbers are off the charts. But I mean, we got some fun stuff to talk about with this last week's games
for sure.
So I mean, Josh Allen, I think player of the week. Even though there were some huge numbers put up by a lot of guys, his just way up there.
Funny story about that. So this week, in my fantasy football league, in my neighborhood, I had I basically had to win to get in.
Mm-hmm.
My team was playing a team that had Josh Allen. He goes out there and puts up, I think it ended up being 60 fantasy points.
Yeah.
And going into Monday night, I needed 31 points to win.
Out of Jamar, and you got
Jamar
Chase, don't you? That's all you need sometimes, baby.
So he put up 50.
Yes, he did. He had another hit. Once again, what did I say last week? 2 Brinks trucks? Make it 3 Brinks trucks. You're going to have to pay that man when he comes to Washington.
Yes.
But I think you guys would be willing to do it.
Give it all to him.
I mean, look at the difference that guy makes. Good Lord.
Yes.
Good Lord. And Joe's going to be stuck in Cincy like, I don't have anyone to throw it to.
You might have T. Higgins. I think they signed one of the 2.
He wants out too. Because they gave him they didn't want to re-sign him this past year.
Yeah. So
you don't re-sign either one? Like, come on, dog. Yeah, I think T. Higgins just wants out just because they dogged him this all. I mean, the big story was Jamar Chase. But it's like Jamar Chase's rookie contract wasn't up. T. Higgins' contract was up, and they still didn't want to pay him. So,
craziness.
It's going to be a fun offseason, to say the least. So, that's for sure.
But week 14, we both had Detroit beating Green Bay Thursday night.
Yep.
And they did.
Yep.
Dan Campbell just put his nuts on the table and
like he does all the time.
Went for it on 4th down when they're in field goal range.
Yep. Secured the game.
I mean, when you're bigger and badder than everyone else, sure.
Why not?
Makes sense.
Why not? Best O-line in the league. I don't think there's an argument there.
Yeah, that game, I can't say we were surprised, but good game. Thursday night games this year have been better.
The NFL's done a much better job at scheduling.
Yeah.
Yes, much, much better. Now, they've had a few Jets games, which you could have never anticipated the Jets being that bad. Could you have said, they'll probably be mediocre? Sure. Rodgers is over the hill. Sure. But it's like that bad.
Yeah.
Oof. Rough.
It's a tough one.
Rough.
A game that was not very exciting going into it. New Orleans and the New York Giants.
They found a way to make it exciting. It was a one-score game.
They blocked the field goal to win.
Yep.
And local guy, Brian Brzee, went to Damascus.
Yep.
So we both had New Orleans there.
New Orleans,
Cleveland at Pittsburgh. We both had the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers took care of business.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Atlanta at Minnesota. I thought I had kind of talked you into Atlanta, but I had Minnesota written down.
No, I took Minnesota. As much as I wanted to go Atlanta, I got to play smart right now. Right, I'm a couple games back still. We're coming into the final couple weeks here. I have to play smart. I have to play with the bettor's mind, not the bettor's heart.
Justin Jefferson finally got in the end zone again.
Him and Addison.
Addison scored 3 times.
He went out. Yeah, Darnold with 5 touchdowns, and he was number 2 QB this week.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then we had the Raiders at the Buccaneers. Both had Tampa.
Yeah.
Carolina had Philly.
What did I say?
You did say it.
I knew it was going to be close. Carolina's finding something. And they're finding something to where they're going to play spoiler here in the next few weeks to a team that really needs a win. Right? Like an Atlanta. Like if they haven't played them twice yet. I'll have to look at the schedule. But they're gonna throw some shots at these because they don't care anymore. Right? They're not playing for anything at this point.
Yeah.
Bryce is playing to say,
this is my job.
You want to keep me going into next year. Here we go. But no, I'm really liking what the Panthers are finally figuring out. I don't know where, how, or why, but they're becoming a kind of a fun team to watch. I mean, Bryce Young is becoming the fun quarterback to see play that we all thought he could be, with him and C.J. Stroud being the future in the next couple of years, which, funny enough, last 5 games, Bryce Young's numbers are better than C.J. Stroud's. ESPN put up a stat about it.
My thoughts on the Texans.
I know. Bryce Young has more yards, has more touchdowns than C.J. Stroud does. So, yeah. Now, is that a different story if C.J. Stroud still has his top 2 wide receivers the whole year?
Still probably got better weapons than the Panthers.
They do. Yeah. They do.
And a better running game.
I can't disagree.
Well, maybe. Yeah, they both have a good running game.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
But I think the Texans are frauds.
They're going to win the division again.
It's not saying much, though.
Yeah, but you can't be too fraud and win the whole division.
At division, if you could be a fraud, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they get bounced first round.
Fair enough.
I wish you could put a bet on that.
That they get bounced in the first round?
Yeah.
You can.
Well, I guess once
the first round. You mean future bet? Future bet that they do? Yeah, I don't. You probably have to do some digging to find those. It's
some black market stuff.
Yes, yeah. Call a bookie or something. Be like, what can I get some odds on this?
Then we had Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I had Jacksonville. You had Tennessee.
That was my one game I got back on you.
I had Jacksonville. You had Tennessee.
Tennessee won, didn't they?
No.
Are you sure?
That's what I have marked down here.
You're 100% positive that Tennessee did not win that game.
I can double check.
Please double check. Because last time I looked, Tennessee was up by like 2 touchdowns unless Jacksonville came back. Hold on, folks.
Hold up, wait.
I'm going to demand a recount here. I'm going to storm the Capitol if he's getting me on a game here.
Don't go talking about that. They'll put us on a bad list. Yeah, Jaguars won 10-6.
Really? No, they didn't.
I don't know what the hell game you were watching.
Who was I watching?
Yeah, 10-6.
I know it was a crappy game, but okay. I guess I saw it and it was 6-0.
Real barn burner.
Maybe, yeah. I guess I saw it and it was 6-0, and I'm like, oh, Tennessee's doing pretty good. Then I was like, yeah, I don't know. My bad. I didn't have them in any of my parlays. That's why I really wasn't paying attention. But never mind.
Yeah.
At that point, you were then +4 on me.
Yep.
So.
Then we had the Jets at the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. Jets made that a game.
They sure did.
The Dolphins pulled it out again.
Dolphins pulled it out.
The Dolphins can still go 10-7. I realize they only have 7 losses. They have to win out because they have 7 losses. They can still go 10-7 and be a possible playoff team.
Which is a dangerous playoff team.
Very dangerous playoff team, unless they go anywhere that's below 70.
I would agree. Then we had Seattle at Arizona.
That's when I got back.
You got me on that one.
I took you. I was almost going with the Cardinals on that one. I'm like, give me the Hawks.
Yep.
So okay, all right.
Seattle put it together 2 weeks in a row.
Yes, they did.
And
they took care of business in Arizona. So sorry about the noise in the background. They're coming for us. I called out the Capitol, and here we go.
Bad boys.
Yeah.
Then we had the Bills at the Rams. We called this being an upset game.
Yeah.
We didn't actually.
But we both took Buffalo.
Yeah.
we said it was a setup game. We both did.
So
we both have. And what a high scoring game. I mean, the Rams won, right? But the storyline was Josh Allen scoring 6 touchdowns.
Incredible.
3 passing, 3 rushing.
And next, we had the Bears at the 49ers. I picked this one because I absolutely needed Caleb Williams to play well for my fantasy team.
That's why you went Chicago. Okay.
So
this was the second one that I got back.
The Niners looked god-awful the week before.
They did. Nope, I'm not taking anything away. But that was the second one that I got back on.
You got that one back on me, too.
Out of the 3, I had
+1.
I had a 2-1 on you this past week. Okay, so now you're only +2 on me.
That's correct.
All right.
Then we had Chargers at Kansas City. Kansas City
and
finds
we
a way
both
to win.
They do every and I mean that's what I said earlier in the season. It's like you got these teams that you can call it luck all you want, but when it's done so consistently, it starts becoming a statistic. It's no longer just luck.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yeah, these guys just find a way to win. But I think in the future, the next couple of years, the Chargers might find a way to get their number.
I would agree.
Harbaugh's not going to lose to the same team. He's a great coach. I just don't feel like he's going to be a guy who's going to lose it to the same team over and over again.
I would agree.
So, I mean, a future bet for next year, and, we'll be talking about it next summer, and I might put a bet in on the Chargers to win that division. If they come out and throw a little money around in free agency, which I know they don't have too much, but throw a little money around and build up that O-line a little more and all that kind of stuff. Because Harbaugh still has huge ties to college football and NCAA, so he's going to be getting those scouting reports. So, by the way, I have 2 bombs that were dropped this past week that we definitely need to touch on as soon as we're finished up talking about this week. I want to do it before we get into next week's picks.
Okay. Last game of this week was a Monday night game, which I said was interesting, then it was not interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It ended up being very interesting for me because I needed Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
And
you had a little skin in the game.
Yeah, since he took care of business.
They came back and took care of business.
Yes.
Had to come back in the fourth quarter, and Dallas Cowboys did what the Dallas Cowboys have done all year, and they fraudulently gave up that win.
Yep. So, I will say if T. Higgins would have had a few more receiving yards, I would have had a big winner.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm not gonna lie.
Didn't happen.
Not gonna lie. I didn't send it to you, and I usually hit big when I don't send it to you, and I hit big on
Good
Monday.
For you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Thanks a lot. I didn't send that one to you either. So.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I had Joe Burrow over 200 passing yards. Joe Burrow 2+ throwing touchdowns. Jamar Chase anytime touchdown, and then Cincinnati money line.
I had Joe Burrow 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Joe Burrow over 300 passing yards.
Fair.
Jamar Chase 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And T. Higgins 40 receiving yards.
Ooh, what was
and
the payout?
I think I had like Chase Brown a certain amount of rushing yards.
Yeah.
And the payout would have been very good.
Higgins was the
only
one.
It was a $5 bet. I think it was somewhere like $2.90 or something.
I mean, the Jamar Chase 2+ touchdowns alone on $5 would have paid probably $100. That was probably.
I think it was like plus 400.
400.
Like
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy
because he's done it so many times this year already.
Yeah.
But
all right, what are the bombs?
Okay, bomb number 1. Word is Bill Belichick is going to be the next head coach as the North Carolina Tar Heels.
I believe it when I see it.
I mean, it's They're all reporting it.
Reporting he had an interview,
Okay. All right.
a 5-hour interview.
I thought they reported that he signed. So
Oh,
did you
they?
see it? Yeah. Did you
today
see?
or
No. This yesterday. Did you see his interview with McAfee?
bits and pieces?
And he talked about, if I do become a college head coach, it's going to be the biggest gateway to the NFL that anyone, like, he's priming himself up to already start recruiting.
Yeah, and he was
Right?
going to let his son take over when there's a stipulation
Yes.
in there or
Yeah.
something for that.
Yep.
But
Yep. So, and it's funny because they did Brady and Gronk were interviewing for some other thing, and they were like, "Can you imagine Belichick as a head coach in college?" And they're like, "Yeah." Can you see Bill out there on the trail recruiting? He's not going to have to. You're Bill Belichick. They're
Yeah.
going to come to you. They're going to come to you.
that's what you hire people to do.
Correct.
So.
He's going to be. He'll be Nick Saban 2.0 for the next few years because them two are great friends, like amazingly close friends.
But
Not
I don't
Nick
know.
Saban in the form of winning. Nick Saban in the form of developing NFL talent. There's no other coach in college over the past 15 years that has developed more NFL talent than Nick Saban has. I don't think that. I mean, I would love to see that number. How many pros have come out of each school in the past 15 years? I would have to say Bama has a clear lead in that, all because of Saban and the program that he put together.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, if it does end up being true for North Carolina, good for them. Like, that's going to be huge for their program.
So you go from Mac Brown, who mid-70s, to Bill Belichick, who's
also
early 70s.
They're getting younger. Hey, they're getting younger.
I mean,
they're getting younger.
Sure. But
I mean, if you take the ratio factor of his girlfriend and her age. All right, so that was bomb number one.
Oh, I told Alyssa about the whipped cream last night. About Landman.
Oh, she had seen Friday night.
No,
she had seen it too. Okay, cool. I was gonna say she had seen Friday Night Lights. Yes, or not Friday Night Lights. Varsity Blues. Yes, right. Yeah. Nice. Look, just mind blown, right? And then bomb number two, literally home run bomb. Juan Soto signs the largest deal in major sports, in U.S. major sports. Let me be very factual about that. $765 million. Did you see Darren McFadden's? You remember Darren McFadden?
Yeah, I did. Did
you see his tweet?
I think all the should have learned. Instead of hitting the gap, I should have learned how to hit the ball.
Yes,
like it's. And I've seen stuff like of parents like me on a Saturday taking my kid to the batting
waking up early. Yes,
stuff like that.
Mike Tomlin waking up. Yeah, when I get up at 4:30 a.m. to get my kid to the batting cages. Yep,
crazy.
That's stupid money, man. But
baseball.
That's baseball though. That's baseball money. There's different money in baseball.
Incredible.
Yeah. So you don't need the big endorsements and all that when you're in baseball.
It's probably more than the Orioles' payroll over that time period.
Probably. That's very solid. And then Max Fried, who I thought was going to be an Oriole, ends up signing with the Yankees. So I guarantee the Yankees, as soon as Soto said, "I'm not coming back, I'm going to the Mets," the Yankees looked at Fried and like, "Here's an extra $40 million. Will you sign?" Yeah, sure. Okay, here you go. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be.
Who do you think the Orioles are gonna? I know we still need a pitcher.
I think we're
either
going to bring back
or
Burns.
Dylan Cease.
I think we bring back Burns.
Okay.
Yeah, I really do, and I think we make an offer at it trying to get Cease, but. Do I see us getting him? No. I think we got to hope that Grayson Rodriguez becomes that number 2 that we really needed. Maybe Means comes back and is the 5 guy, maybe, or a great long reliever out of the bullpen whenever a guy runs short. And then you just got to hope that, we had a lot of all-stars that were on IR all season and everything. And, Burn, but you need, at this point, because you didn't get Fried, you need to bring in Burns.
Yeah.
If you don't bring in Burns, you are kind of chalking up this next season, unfortunately, unless you make a huge trade splash. So, I don't know. I would really, really like to see it come across the ticker, but you don't know if that's going to happen.
Santander signed anywhere?
He has not. He's another one that has not signed yet. However, I think the Tyler O'Neill signing. Sorry, just PTSD. I think the Tyler O'Neill signing was the Orioles saying, I don't think he's coming back. He's getting offered way too much money for our blood than we think that he's worth. But I think Santander will probably sign 5-year, $100 and some million deal.
Oh, I think he's going to sign for more than that.
Well, I'm just that number there is now you're out of the Orioles realm. Right.
Yeah.
So, and he probably wants a long-term deal. He's been signing 1 year after 1 year with Baltimore for the past couple of years, and he's like, I want my money. I want my long-term deal. Give me my money. You know what I mean? And the Orioles' highest paid player on their payroll right now still, Chris Davis. Yeah. So
laughable.
Yeah, that's got to look at history when it comes to signing those long-term deals. We don't do very well with them.
Real quickly, wanted to go over the conference championships real quick for college football.
Yep.
We called Army.
You called Army.
I called Army.
That was a hell of a
Tulane.
call by you. Yes. Great call by you.
Won a little bit of money on that.
They dominated. It wasn't even close.
Which I think may not be a good sign for Saturday because I think Army's going to dominate Navy, but I don't want to say that.
Never know. Navy, I mean, that's a get-up game. Uh-oh. Stop.
All right, so
yes. Can't say no to that.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Maybe going to the Navy or Army Navy game.
There you go.
We'll see.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
That would be amazing.
That'll be cool.
That's a bucket list.
Where's that at?
It's at FedEx Field.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So
home field advantage for you.
I got to check with the wife.
Oh, well, yeah, that's always step one.
Let's move this along.
Yes, let the guy.
We had Arizona State dominate Iowa State to win the Big 12. Arizona State makes the playoff, gets a first-round bye. Their head coach is our age.
That's right. You were talking about you were talking him up last week. Yeah,
he's got. They've got a white running back.
That was the other thing. Yes,
he came out and said, "I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm the best running back in the country." He's not on the Doak Walker list. He's not on anywhere on the Heisman. Do you think?
I think he's number 2.
Do you think it? Never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
Yeah, don't. I think he's number 2.
I'm not going to say he's the best running back in the country. No. Genty is very good.
That's I didn't even need to say his name.
Even to be considered.
The fact that he's not being considered, yes, very disrespectful.
So,
yes.
Then we had Georgia and Texas. Good game. Georgia pulled that one out.
You called Georgia.
Yep. You did. Penn State and Oregon. I really thought Penn State was going to keep it a little closer there. Clemson beats SMU. Saw that one coming, but SMU still gets in over Bama.
Correct.
So interesting.
Yep. I said Clemson only because of the experience.
Yeah.
Of needing that big win.
And we'll talk more next week about the college football playoff because I think those games are going to be happening next weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, the first round.
Army Navy week. Yeah. This is the only. Yeah. Yep.
And then we're on to week 15 unless you had anything else you wanted to...
Nope. I dropped my 2 bombs, so...
Okay.
Nope. That was all we really had, really. Of course, except for a huge CEO getting shot, but who gives a shit?
And, that's...
Being a local guy, though, it was like, oh, so they're around here, too.
Crazy.
You saw the video, right?
Yeah.
It looked like a mob hit.
It's nuts.
It looked. Just walked up.
How the fuck did he get out of there?
Walked up, clip. See you later. Yeah. How do you get out of downtown? I was in downtown New York. It took me 50 minutes to drive out. Yeah.
Nuts. How was New York?
I hate it. I hate it.
So you had a good time?
Sure. So you went quick experience run. I'll put it under 2 minutes. 2 minute. Here we go.
You're on the clock.
Here we go. Took us an hour and 45 minutes to drive there. Not bad. Peaceful drive. You're going through the mountains. Not too bad. Right? We get in. A little bit of traffic. Getting through the tunnel and everything. No problem. Okay. GPS kept rerouting. Save 15 minutes. Save 8 minutes. Sure. Yeah. No problem. Because there's so many ways to get into Manhattan. So Get down there. We're heading up. I reserved a parking space on it's called the Way app, right? You can reserve a parking space in a parking garage. So I did that. $55 for the day. I get there. The cars are backed up, parked to the street of the parking garage, which is, it's all lower level there. And I'm just sitting there waiting, and the guy's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I had a reservation." He goes, "Yeah, no, we're full." I'm sorry? He goes, "What do you want me to do?" I'm like, "This is New York. This is typical New York." Come on, man. Like, most people get punched in the mouth for shit like that. All right? I lost my shit. Lost it. I'm angry. Yeah, right? Lost it. So Kate got very quiet. She knows that just don't push buttons. So I'm steaming. So I look up on my phone, find two more parking garages on the same road. One's on the right side, one's on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only a block away. So get over there. Now, of course, my reservation's done. Can't use that anywhere else. It was for that garage. So
you get your money back?
There's 50. I'm waiting. I sent them an email. They said, "Send us proof that you parked at another garage." Okay. So I just got to find a receipt. It is what it is. Maybe I'll get it back. I don't know. That's still to be determined. So get to the next garage, sitting there waiting. That one's people are parked all the way up. I'm like, okay, last one. Go over there. It's not backed all the way up. I'm like, okay, good sign. Get down there, and two guys are just staring at me. I looked at her. I said, "This ain't a good sign." Guy comes walking up. He goes, "How's it going, man?" I said, "Is there any way you accept this reservation?" And I showed him, and he goes, "Nah, man." He goes, "We're not a part of that organization." I said, "All right." I said, "You got any spots?" He goes, "We are full." He goes, "We can't," because I had my truck. He goes, "We're out of XL parking spots." He goes, "If you had a sedan or something like that," he goes, "that'd be different." I said, "Man," and he saw my tags. He goes, "You guys drove all the way here?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "We just drove in the day for the city." He goes, "How long are you going to be here?" I said 4 or 5 hours. He goes, "All right." He goes, "Be back by 7." I said, "All right." So I slipped him $20. Here you go. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Hope your truck's still there when you get
back. Yeah, right. I'm like, we might be missing some shit, but whatever. As long as I can drive it back, I don't care. Might have new rims and tires on it, but who gives a shit? So, but no, I mean, walked, saw the tree in Rockefeller Center, got a New York slice of pizza, Times Square. We did the tourist thing because we did, we from the walk we parked right next to Central Park. So, quick walk back, little lunch dinner thing, quick walk back, came walking back in. He goes, "How's it going, Maryland?" Because he saw my tags. And I'm like, "How's it going, man?" I'm like, "I try to get back here sooner." He goes, "Nah, man, you're good." He goes, "We actually did have an XL spot left." He goes, "I'm sorry." I said, "Okay." I said, "I appreciate it." So brings my truck up. I slipped him another 20. I said, "Thanks so much. Merry Christmas." So have a good day. And I left. So it ended on a good note.
There you go.
Ended on a good note. Forgot to put in John's Pizza over there by Times Square in New York. You made us wait an hour. We saw 9 couples that came in after us get put before us, all because the lady couldn't write 2 numbers down on a piece of paper. We'll let that one go because your pizza was okay. Yeah. So
shots fired.
Whatever. I was already mad at the city in general, so it just added to it. So, but no, it ended up being a nice, relaxing getaway weekend, at least, till we got home and little man was sick. So I'm like, oh, this is what you pay for, right?
When it rains, it pours.
Yes, yeah. So, but it is what it is. But that was my New York experience under 2 minutes. There you go.
That was not under 2 minutes.
Word of mouth. Word of mouth. Don't go on a Saturday or Sunday on the month of December. Okay, there. Take it from me, kids.
All right. On to week 15.
Here we go.
Let's go Thursday night. Rams at 49ers. Niners are favored by 3. I am going to go Rams.
Give me the Rams. Rams are hot. Yep, the Rams are hot. I think it could be. I think San Francisco is going to make it a close game.
Yeah,
but the Rams are hot right now. You beat a team like Buffalo, if they do that, you got some stuff rolling.
Yeah. Next, we have Sunday 1:00. We have the Commanders at the Saints.
Oh, Commanders!
Yep.
Yeah, they should definitely take care of business.
They're favored by 7.5.
Yeah. It's at New Orleans.
Saints don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill is hurt, and Derek Carr.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Gotta hope that we
Commander should
can
take care of business.
stop the run. And so then we got Kansas City at Cleveland. I'm going to go Kansas City. This could be a game, though, that Jameis does Jameis things.
I was literally, yes. You took the words out of my mouth. Yep. Keep an eye on that one, but it's at Cleveland.
Yeah.
You can definitely do Jameis things. I mean, I'm going Kansas City. Once again, I gotta bet with my brain, not bet with my heart. So.
Next, we got Cincinnati at Tennessee.
Cincinnati.
Yep. That's what I'm doing as well.
6 points against Jacksonville. Good Lord. What the hell was I thinking?
Then we have the Ravens against the Giants. The Ravens are favored by 14.5.
Lamar's getting his revenge.
I'm going to take the Ravens.
And they just said DeVito's starting because Drew Lock's in a walking boot. So, poor kid. They might walk off at halftime.
DeVito's a guy that has the real Italian agent and stuff too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a character.
Oh yeah.
Next we have Dallas at Carolina. Carolina's favored by 2.5.
Give me.
I don't know if I like them as favorites. This one is a toss-up, in my opinion.
This is a coin flip.
And
this is a coin flip.
I think I want to go Carolina, but I'm not sold on it.
You're waiting for me, aren't you? You're waiting for me.
I'll go. Whichever way I go, you're going to go opposite. I'll go Carolina. I can't root for the Cowboys to win. You want Dallas?
Give me Carolina.
Oh.
No, my heart was set on Carolina from the start, but I wanted to see where you went with it. That's not a game I'm going to play flip on.
All right, here we go. Dumpster fire game of the week.
Oh, Lord.
Jets at the Jaguars.
Oh, Lord. Give me the
Please
Jets.
don't put this game on my TV.
Give me the Jets. That probably ain't going to show up too much in red zone. I can promise you that.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jets as well.
Okay.
Then we have Colts at the Broncos. Oh, this one.
Denver. I won Denver.
It is in Denver.
Yeah.
I like that as well.
Give me Denver.
Did Indy play last week?
No, they were on a bye.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to stick with Denver.
Okay.
Bills at Lions, game of the week. I think. So this 4 o'clock slate might be the best 4 o'clock slate we've had all year.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just give me
the
two
rundown.
of them. Bills and Lions.
A+ game.
Steelers, Eagles.
Oh, that'll be good.
That's really about it. Yeah. But the Bucks at the Chargers is intriguing too.
That should be a good one. That'll be a good football game.
I'm gonna go Detroit.
I love you. Okay, I love you, babe. I'm going Buffalo.
All right.
Where's it at?
At Detroit.
Yeah, give me Buffalo.
All right. Then we have Pittsburgh at the Eagles. I'm going to go Philly. Even though they looked like they wanted to shit the bed against the Panthers. I think they were looking ahead to this one.
Is it at Pittsburgh or at Philly?
Philly.
I got to go Philly, too, for multiple reasons. I need Pittsburgh to take some L's.
And then we have the Patriots at the Cardinals. I don't think, have we picked one different yet?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
Oh, besides Detroit and Buffalo. Yeah, sorry. Short term. CTE. Patriots at Cardinals. I'm going Cardinals.
Yeah, give me Arizona.
Then we got the Bucks at the Chargers. Chargers are favored by 3.
At Chargers.
I'm going to go Bucks.
I don't think the Chargers lose back-to-back. I'll take the Chargers.
I think you're right, but I like Baker.
You got to love Baker right now. Yeah. He knows that he's playing for that division. So,
yeah.
I mean, he could be in last place and he'd still be playing that hard, so I don't know why I said that.
Then we have Green Bay at Seattle. Give me Green Bay. You going to keep riding Seattle?
Yeah, give me Seattle one more time.
All right.
Hit me again.
And then we have Chicago at Minnesota.
Oh, give me Minnesota.
Me too. Then, and that's the Monday night game.
Okay.
Other Monday night games, we have two this week.
Ooh.
We have, this one sucks.
Double
Falcons at Raiders.
Ugh.
I guess the Falcons, because someone has to win that game.
Yeah. Well, no.
I guess you
Not
could end in a tie,
technically.
but
You can end in a tie in the regular season. Yeah, I'm going Atlanta. Atlanta knows that they got to win. Oh, Kirk Cousins on prime time, though.
oh, well, I'm going Atlanta. There's no way. The Raiders are so bad.
They almost beat Kansas City.
But
sticking with Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So that wraps up week 15.
I like it.
We're
going to have some top threes and top fives coming next week. Sorry, my fault. It's got to be a short video this week.
Yeah,
so we'll lead it off next week with top something.
Sounds good.
Something we haven't done
something
yet.
top Christmassy.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
And then we'll go dad moment of the week.
Top Christmas cookies.
Oh,
come on. Now.
You do that real quick.
Come on.
Or you want to do that next?
No,
week?
I need some
next
time
week?
to think. Yeah, no, that's
you got to think about that
one.
That's
a thinker for me. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's a thinker. That's a thinker. And we're talking homemade only, not store bought.
Okay.
Yeah, homemade. So like scratch cookies. There's the alarm.
Dad moment of the week.
Oh boy, I got a few. Let me narrow one down. Are you ready?
Sure.
You go first.
All right. This week, we're gonna go with. All right, Aubrey's getting her tonsils and or adenoids, not tonsils, but possibly tonsils.
Poor girl.
Removed tomorrow, so
Yikes.
That'll be fun.
Hopefully she recovers quickly.
But yeah, with the adenoids, they say it's like a 24-hour recovery, so it should be quick. But if they have to do tonsils, that's more like a week.
Days. Yeah. Yeah, but better now than later on in life. At any point later on in life. So, yep. Good luck to her. She'll be all right. Give her all the ice cream she wants. Hopefully she likes ice cream.
Hopefully that all goes well. And yeah, that's all I got.
Love that. I'll go with my boy fighting his second big sickness since he's been born and beating it again. So thank goodness he broke that fever. That was starting to worry me a little bit. Haven't been through one of those episodes yet where it's been multiple days in a row where he carried that fever through. No, not at all. And just seeing him, you know what I mean? Just seeing him looking rough and not being his playful self and all that was rough to see, but it was awesome. I got to be home the last 2 days and be with him the whole time. You know, and just seeing him break out of it and then come back, I was like the most relieving feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you're sitting there and you're seeing him suffer and all that stuff, and all you can do is make sure he stays comfortable as possible and all that kind of stuff, and then finally you see him break out of it, and now all he wants to do is play. So it was nothing to do with he doesn't want to eat, he doesn't want to sleep, he just wants to play. So, and I'm like, I get it. Like he had no energy to do it the past 3 days, and now all of a sudden he comes out of it. So, yeah, definitely a dad moment of the week for me, for sure, with seeing him break out of that. But
I'll give you one more as well. On Sunday, we went down to my brother's house. It was my nephew's second birthday.
Okay.
And then seeing my kids play with him and
as he gets
always
older,
fun.
Yeah.
So,
yep. Cousins.
Yeah.
Cousins can be as close as brothers and sisters sometimes.
So,
yeah, that's all. And you and your brothers have a close relationship. So.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So
good for you, man.
That is all.
We will see you next week. Hopefully I get at least one more game back on you.
Yeah, we'll see. I wasn't.